welcome back to Resilient Beauty channel, formerly known as Caramel Curls 15 Beauty channel. And today we are going to be doing a try on haul from the items I've hauled so far from the Sephora 2022 holiday savings event. So I think today, and sorry if you hear Jacob's tablet, I am trying to maneuver this. And I want to get this video up. Today is the last day of the Sephora sale, November 7th, Monday, November 7th. But I'm going to go ahead and try out some products. I tried out a face mask, and I left the packaging upstairs, so I'll insert a little B-roll clip that from the Sephora brand. And it was like a hydrating mask. It left my skin a little tacky after. And I don't really feel I didn't feel the hydration, but I can look at my skin and see on my skin. I didn't purchase any new primers from the Sephora sale. So what I did purchase was, and I hope Jacob don't get me demonetized because his tablet is playing in the background. Jacob, can you turn that down? I used this the other day when I filmed part 2 of the Sephora holiday sale haul. I pulled out my Huda Beauty water jelly primer. So since I haven't used it in a while, I want to use this. Try the House Labs from Lady Gaga. And I picked up the shade 330 Medium Cool. And I also purchased her setting powder, which we're going to use as well. And I picked up the loose setting powder and translucent. So we're going to try these two from the sale. Sorry, I got a little reorganization thing going on back there. What else? We're going to try the Tower 28 mascara. We are also going to try some Fenty Beauty stuff, because that's what I really want to try. We're going to try the Fenty Beauty lipsticks, the mini lipsticks. We're going to definitely try the blush, her new blush. We're going to try that. Try the highlighter. So I have a cheek product. I don't have a bronzer because I didn't purchase any new bronzers because I have so many. But we are going to pull out my Old Faithful Gucci bronzer. We're going to use the Gucci bronzer today. We're going to try another product. It's on sale at Ulta as well. It's the Too Faced Pumpkin Spice Second Slice palette. So we're going to go ahead and open that up. And because I haven't used it, I hauled it a few months back when it first was released, but I did not, I have not used it yet. And normally I don't haul things right away. I don't do review on things right away. And it went on sale. Y'all know how I feel about that, right? Okay. I do not like the packaging. It's cheap cardboard. And for the price, I felt like they could have gave you more. But we're going to go ahead and use this, because that's what we have. So let's go ahead and get started. And let's prime our face. And I haven't done my brows yet either. And with the jelly primer, because I have oily skin, I put the primer on and let it really soak into my skin. So I did do my brows off camera. I didn't do anything different from my brows. I didn't need any brow products from the Sephora sale because I had purchased all the brow products I needed when Ulta did their 21 Days of Beauty. So I got my Benefit Precisely My Brow for 50% off for the full size during the 21 Days of Beauty. And I have like 15 of those now. So I don't need any more brow products. And I also, re-upped on my Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pomade. And I still have some of the Becca Mocha brow left that I had just opened during the 21 Days of Beauty. So I didn't need anything for my brows. And I did seal my brows, lock in my brows with the NYX Bear With Me brow gel. So there we have it. I'm about to moisturize my lips. You guys know this Tatcha Kissel lip mask is one of my favorite lip products. It reminds me of like that this lip oil craze that's going on right now. It reminds me of that, but just in a jar form. And I always just make sure my hands are clean before, you know, I dig into the jar. I think it came with a spatula. I don't remember, but it might have, and it's somewhere. I probably threw it away because I don't normally use those. But let's go ahead and get started. Again, I primed my face already with the Huda Beauty Water Jelly face primer, and I'm just gonna put a little bit more on because I did eat while I was waiting on Jaden, and so around my mouth area, just to make sure. But I do like this, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. I always put on this. I've been trying to get in a better habit of always putting this on. This is like one of those. I'm not gonna call it a cape. It's a cover for like the barbers and the hairstylists use. I do that because I typically get my foundation or some type of powder over my clothing. So, and I have messed up so many nice camisoles, or camis as we call them. And I get the good ones from like Express. They be like $20, $30, and I got foundation on them that won't come out. And I'm just not doing that no more because I tried the cheap camis and they don't always work good for you, girl. I'm a little bit chunkier, so they don't always work good for the fluffy folks, okay? So brows are already done. Let's go ahead and I'm going to use this eye product that I was telling you guys about, but I just purchased a different shade in it. I'm going to go ahead and pull it out and use it. This is the Fenty Beauty Bright Fix Eye Brightener. I use it as like a primer and concealer for my eyes. So we're going to go ahead and use this. This is a new shade that I just purchased and hauled in the shade Honey 10. And it looks like this. These are really, really good. I want to say I first found out about using these from Andrea Renee years ago when they first came out because I wasn't going to get them. But I'm glad that I did pick them up. I really do like them. So I'm familiar with this product. This is just a different shade because the other one is really, really light. So you do have to shake it up because it is a little watery. See how that little bit goes a long way? So I'm just going to use this. Probably squeeze out a little bit too much. And that may be because it's a new container. So let's see. We're going to go ahead and this chair I have is a little too wide. So I'm sorry if I'm moving. This chair I have is a little too wide for my vanity. And I'm going to use this beauty sponge that I got from the Sephora collection during this sale. So I'm just going to spray it just a little bit with my Dior Backstage. Just a little bit so I can blend this out. It is a lot going on in my house right now, y'all. My husband's about to get on the meeting for work, but Jacob got his tablet banging. So if y'all hear that noise, please, I am so sorry, but I have to film when I have the time, and it's not always quiet in my house. It's not always like theater quiet, so. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit more on and let it settle down. Let me do it like this. See, still too much. So I'm just going to take the ball of it. I'll put some more of the Bright Fix on my eyes because it normally covers very well with that lighter shade, and this one's not doing it. So I wonder have they changed the formula since the last time I purchased it. But anywho, we're going to work with what we got here. Now my battery wants to blink. And it may be this sponge because I normally apply it with my e.l.f. Camo sponge. But we're going to let it dry down and settle. And then we're just gonna, sorry, just using what's left on there because I don't like for my makeup products to get like oily or whatever. I mean, like not oily, dirty. So we're gonna go ahead and use the rest of this. Cover's okay, but not as good as the other one that I have that's lighter. So it looks like the formula is a little bit more runnier than the first one I have. So maybe I want to use a Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish in the shade Medium 2. This is the one that I hauled in part 2 of my Sephora Holiday 2022 haul. So we're going to use that to set our eyes. And I'm not worried about it today covering as much because I have some acne scars on my eye. It's how the hell you get pimples on your eyelids, I don't know, but it happened to me. So anyway, we gotta figure it out because I'm going with a little bit of a fall look because since that Too Faced palette is pulling more toward. Hope you guys can see that. Let me move my autofocus. So it's set down pretty nice. As it always does. I already know how this product works. I just have a new shade for that. So we got that ready to go. Now let's go in with the Too Faced Pumpkin Spice Second Slice palette.
Enormous instantaneous.
Let's go ahead and try this House Labs.
Enormous instantaneous.
Hey beauties, welcome back to Resilient Beauty's Beauty Channel. And we are going to be talking about some products that I recently hauled from Sephora that I tried today. I'm going to insert a B-roll. It's a little chaotic B-roll, so if you see me moving my lips but don't hear anything, it's just because I was multitasking, being a mom and trying to get this video out. But I wanted to get you guys some reviews for the recently hauled Sephora products that I purchased. So we're going to be talking about some of the products that I have on my face right now. So before we do that, if you're new here, hey girl, hey, thank you for tuning in to watch today. I hope that you'll like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I talk about all things beauty, makeup, skincare, body care, perfumes included, and a little bit of lifestyle thrown in as well. I always do makeup vlogs. You guys will be starting to see a lot of makeup vlogs where I just really, in a relaxed environment, talk about like makeup, what I'm wearing with makeup, what I'm liking, and just real in a real casual vlog style kind of setting. So I hope those are things that you like and that you'll consider subscribing and also sharing my video and commenting down below. And for all my continuous subscribers, thank you for joining me again. I greatly appreciate all the love and support, especially during this transition of my channel. So first up, we have a lot of new products on my face. I'm testing out the Haus Labs foundation by Lady Gaga. Excuse me, I like it, but let's talk about how the foundation is performing on my skin. I put it on today around 3:30. It's basically 8 o'clock right now. I have not had to touch it up. I did use the Haus Labs loose setting powder. So let's talk about it. This is a medium coverage foundation. It's an airy foundation. It's meant to look very natural is what it claims to do. And also it's supposed to be lightweight and medium coverage. So if you're a full coverage girl and you want to cover up every blemish on your skin in one application, this is probably not the foundation for you. I am a full coverage girl, but you can still see some of, like, if I lean in here, you can still see some blemishes peeking through, but I don't want you girls that are full coverage like me to shy away from this particular foundation. The reason being, you can build it up, and also you can apply a concealer or a powder or a setting powder, pressed or loose, that is going to oxidize a bit, just a tad, or is the same color as your skin, to conceal your blemishes. I didn't do that today because I wanted to try the foundation without any additional add-on products. It is very lightweight. I can't tell I have anything on my face. I have not noticed that it rubs off on my clothes. I did have to blow my nose, so it did rub off there, but I was blowing real hard, y'all, because I'm having some sinus issues going on. But other than that, it is very airy. It's lightweight. I can't feel that I have it on. It did cover the blemishes enough to make me look polished and finished. It didn't cover them to the point where if you were close up on my skin, you couldn't see a little bit of blemish or, you know, mark there. But again, that is nothing that a good old concealer couldn't fix or a good setting powder couldn't fix. So I am happy with it. I did notice it was a little bit lighter on my face than it was when I applied it on my hand. However, I don't want to go up a shade because I didn't like the one foundation up a shade undertones. So what you have to do, because sometimes they'll shade match you on Sephora and it'll say close match. What I just do with that is I just make sure that I really contour and bronze up my skin really good to where you couldn't tell. Looking at me right now and the way I fixed it up, you can't tell that it was too light for me, or, you know, just half a shade off. You would think that this foundation was exactly my shade. Even when you look at my neck, you couldn't tell. So I really do like this foundation so far. We are going to do another wear test with this, continue to wear it. I really want to do like I want to get up to like that 14-hour mark to give you an even more thorough review. But this particular foundation. Let me tell you what it retails for, because by the time I get this video up, the Sephora sale will be over. It's $45. My correction, it is $45. It is a 1 ounce bottle, and I love the quality of this packaging. It's very heavy, very great quality. It is a glass bottle, so be very careful. I'm naturally clumsy, so this probably wouldn't be going too far with me. I probably wouldn't travel with this unless I was putting it in a travel container, but I probably wouldn't travel with this unless that was to happen, unless I was to put it in a travel container. But I love the packaging. I'm up in the air about the price. I don't necessarily feel like it's worth $45, but it is a good foundation so far. So it's the Triclone Skin Tech Medium Coverage Foundation with fermented arnica, and it is a medium coverage natural finish. It's a medium coverage weightless clean foundation with fermented arnica that helps reduce redness and protects from environmental stress. So far I can see that happening. And it blended very well. It does dry down pretty quick, so don't let it sit too long. Put it on, blend it out really quick. It did take about 3 minutes for it to completely dry down once I blended it out. So it dries quicker when you don't blend it out. But when you go to blend it out all over your face, it takes about 3 minutes to dry all the way down. So I let it dry all the way down, and then I set it with the Haus Labs Translucent Loose Setting Powder, which I really like. This set it well. It didn't move the foundation. My cream blush and my cream highlighter applied great on top of this loose setting powder and this foundation. And the Haus Labs loose setting powder, I picked up the shade Translucent, and this is 0.24 ounces. And let me just tell you how much this one was as well. Retails for $38. And you also, I am probably going to order the one that's a little bit darker. The shade Golden is banana with cool golden undertones. Or the neutral peach, neutral beige with peach undertones. That's more for Caucasian skin. So I'm probably going to go with the one that's a little bit golden. I don't know, because I hate a golden undertone. So I'm a little bit skeptical of that one. I think I'm just going to stick with this one for a while. And I may go in the store during the next Sephora sale and try out the shade Golden and see how that works. But I really like translucent setting powders because it doesn't change the shade of my foundations. But I love this one as well. The loose setting powder is very airy. My skin feels very lightweight. It feels very movable. It looks very natural in person on my skin, and I look very glam but polished, and it's very airy. Usually when you go glam with your makeup, you can feel it, right? And when you look in person, you go like, oh, it looks like she has on a lot of makeup. Not with these two products. So I really like them. I would just, if you're going for a full coverage look, add a concealer or a good pressed powder or a powder foundation just to conceal your blemishes. But so far, it's a thumbs up for both of the Haus Labs products. Now let's move on to the Charlotte Tilbury. And this is the Airbrush Brightening Flawless Finish Pressed Powder. So let me pull that one up for you guys because I don't remember that one coming in different shades. It comes in 2 different shades, fair medium and tan deep. I have the shade tan deep. I have it under my eyes. I would not put this all over my face. Let me tell you why. It does have a yellow undertone. So it does say tan deep yellow toned. It does say that in the description. But you can, when you look at me, it looks a little bit yellow. It blends out. It is very airy. It does give you an airbrush look. But when I put it right here under my eyes, it did settle a little bit. Now that also could be that I used a thicker concealer. The concealer that I used today, which is also what I hauled. The concealer that I used today was also what I hauled in part 2 of my Sephora holiday haul, and it was the Dune Hourglass concealer. So this concealer is a little heavy, so that could be why. But what I did was I just went back in with my under eye brush and I blended out. I did not apply it with a face sponge. I applied it with a brush. Let me show you what brush I used. Applied it with my Jaclyn Hill, my Morphe by Jaclyn Hill J819 brush. That's what I applied under my eyes with. But I probably would have got a little bit smoother application and not got the creasing had I used this. But I don't know that to be true because I have not applied this pressed powder with the sponge. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Brightening Flawless Finish Pressed Powder. I do like it, so I am going to keep it. I am thinking about, but I have so many other makeup products, getting the fair shade, but I think that would be a little too light for my skin tone. So for now, I'm going to stick with this. This does retail for $46. You do get 0.31 ounces in this container here. And the claims of this particular product is it is supposed to, it's a lightweight microfine powder to visibly brighten, blur, and lift your eyes and face while setting your makeup for up to 16 hours with no flashback. I did take some pictures and I'll try to insert them here with the flash on, and I didn't see any flashback. Now remind you, I don't use a filter on my pictures. I did not edit any of the pictures I'm going to show you. I just want you to see it in natural form so you can see if it has any flashback. I didn't see any, but so far I am loving this particular product. I wish they will either come with a translucent shade or come with some other shades for other women to use so that they can like the product as much as I do. But first application, first day wearing it, I've only had it on for about 5 hours now and I love it. I have not had to go in and blend out under my eye or re-put some more powder because it was creasing that bad. So I really do like this particular product as well. So it is a thumbs up again for the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Brightening Flawless Finish Pressed Powder. So we got some other products that we tried as well. Also, I really like this shade Dune. I usually use the shade Sepia, which is a really brightening under eye concealer for me. I use that in the video, the Sephora haul video part 2. That's what I have underneath my eyes in that one. This one does calm it down a little bit. Still gives me a glow, but not too much. I will probably use Sepia if I'm really going all out glam. But if I just want a little bit of something, a little highlight, I'm going out on a date night, I want to be a little bit more subtle, I will use the shade Dune. So this was a good change in shade selection for me. So thumbs up on this product as well. But I was very familiar with this formula and I do like it. I think next time the sale goes on, I'm going to purchase the larger ones of these. But they're $26. Okay, and I got so many concealers. Hopefully we get through some by then. So continuing on, let's talk about Miss Fenty, Miss Riri Honey. Fenty Beauty Double Cheeked Up Blush Duo with the shades Peony Dropper and Molly Booze. These didn't come to play. These are very pigmented. You have to go in with the light hand. One thing that surprised me was that this darker shade here, which is Molly Booze, comes across a lot more pink than nude. But I have it on my cheeks today. I did have to tone it down a little bit and I did mix the two, but I still do like them. But I was hoping this shade applied just the way it looks in the pan, but this was really good. I'm glad I picked this up. I'm glad it came in a duo. I wish more brands would do that on a regular basis, and I liked how it paid off. It is still on my cheeks right now. You guys probably can't, maybe if I lean back you can see, but you can't tell that much, but it's still there. It is still there, and I really love this particular product and I'm glad I picked it up. Let's go into what this regularly retails for. This regularly retails for $34. This is her holiday collection. It's the Double Cheeked Up Freestyle Cream Blush Duo. It is a limited edition duo of cream blush shades that instantly melt into your skin, featuring 2 brand new set exclusive shades, Peony Dropper and Molly Booze. It did immediately melt into my skin. It went on fine on top of the foundation in the powder by House Labs. It blended out very well. It was not streaky. It was very pigmented. It has staying power. I have not had to blot or touch up or reapply. And it just looks very natural and gives you a natural flush of color on your cheeks. So I really am glad that I picked this up. I love this product. So we're probably going to be using this a lot. But I do have to get into some other blushes. So you guys are going to be seeing another video like this as well. I'm going to probably pick back up on my makeup collection videos in December because I want to get through all of the Sephora items that I hauled so that I can get you guys some reviews so that we can put them into the collection and keep them in rotation. But it is a thumbs up on the Fenty Beauty Double Cheeked Up Blush Duo Holiday Collection. Next up, I did try, also from Fenty Beauty, the Holiday Collection, the 2 liquid highlighters. I have Hustler Baby 2.0 on my cheeks today. A little goes a long way, as you'll see in the B-roll. I am glad I picked up this size because highlighters just take me a while to get through, but I love how glowy and natural it makes my skin look. It just gives me a little bit of highlight, not too much, and it just really finishes your makeup look. And I love the formula. It wasn't too sticky. It blended out well, even when dried down. And I just can't get enough. I love these highlighters. So let me tell you, the holiday set with these 2 highlighters is called the Mini Baby Watts Fluid Freestyle Highlighter Duo. It retails for $22. That is before the Sephora discount. So that's not bad. That's like $11 a piece. And you're going to have this a long while. Unless you really like a highlight, like a light highlight, like you're like the light bulb. This will last you, these 2 should at least last you a year. So these are very, very good. It says it's a limited edition mini liquid highlighter duo to deliver super fresh radiance in Hustler Baby 2.0 and new set exclusive shade Sandy Peach. I love it. I love them. They definitely give you a little bit of shine. If I lean back here, you can see it right here. And I am so glad I purchased these. I tried the lip combos as well since we're still on Fenty Beauty. I tried the 2 lip combos. I mixed them together. Unfortunately, I ate a little bit and it rubbed off. So I'm going to go ahead and apply it again so you guys can see. And these pulled a little, this particular shade. See, I like the formula, but I don't like the shade. I thought this was more of a nude shade, but it pulls more reddy nude than my liking, but I like the formula. So I'm just going to go in with my Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in Fussy and see if that tones it down a little bit. It tones it down a little bit, but for this look, since I have more of a fall look, this lip doesn't really go with this. Like the formula, I don't like the shade Fenty Con. No, I'm sorry, not Fenty Con. Scholar Sister. I don't like the shade Scholar Sister. But we're going to try the other shade, which is more red, and see. The formula is fine. It's a very silky, smooth satin formula. But I don't like the shade. Not for my skin tone, for a nude. But let's get into a little bit more deets about. So this is the Mini Little Icon Semi-Matte Liquid Duo. It retails for $24. It claims that it's a limited edition mini set of 2 creamy semi-matte lipsticks in a red and neutral shade for your most iconic look yet. And that is true. But this is just not the nude for me, but the formula is really good. I'm just going to try a different look to see if it goes more with that eye look than this one. I created more of a fall look this particular time, but I'm not mad at the formulation of these lipsticks. So still a thumbs up. All right, let's get into what I have on my eyes. This wasn't part of the Sephora haul, but I hauled this a few months back and I was supposed to do a dedicated video to it and I didn't get around to it. So I decided to use this particular eyeshadow palette since I didn't buy any eyeshadow palettes during the Sephora sale. I just ordered the Natasha Denona, the new one, Retro Glam. But that's not going to be here probably for another 2 weeks. So I just decided to go ahead and put this on my eyes. And this is the Too Faced Pumpkin Spice Second Slice eyeshadow palette. This is probably one of the most hated, if not the most hated eyeshadow palette from Too Faced I've ever tried. And I know it comes across a little pigmented, but they were very powdery. There's no type of cream formulation to these shadows. I really had to work with some shades to get this look. They did not apply well underneath my eyes and stay. So I do need a touch up underneath my eyes with these shades. They're very talky. I'm just disappointed in the quality of this product. So I can see why it's already clearance on Ulta's website and why most people were not loving this particular eyeshadow palette. I'm going to keep it because I think I'm past. I'll check when I'm done with this video, but I believe I am past the return date. But I'm probably going to do a few more looks and put it up for sale on my Poshmark just to get some type of use out of the palette. But this is the look that I created. More of a fall look, but Too Faced, you can do better, especially for a $54 palette. You can definitely do better, okay? Just saying. So this particular palette, I would say if you were thinking about it and you're like me, you like more of that Natasha Denona kind of eyeshadow palette formulation, or even the Anastasia Beverly Hills kind of formulation, I would say this one you're going to be very disappointed in. But if you see it on clearance and you're like, okay, I want to try it, it's 50% off or 60% off or whatever, it may be worth it if the price was like, for me, this is like a $20 palette or less. Not anything more than that. Not anything more than 20 bucks in my opinion. So this one is a thumbs down for me. So continuing on, I also want to talk about some mascara. I did try the Tower 28 mascara. So the Tower 28 mascara is called Make Wives Lengthening and Volumizing Mascara, and that is very true. That is very true. This, just with first application, I loved this mascara. So I'm glad that I was influenced by other influencers to buy this particular mascara. It is my kind of formulation. I don't have any flossies on today. This is strictly just this mascara. And also to using the Maybelline Lash Sensational Boosting Serum for your eyelashes, and it has been working and I love it. It has my lashes looking like how they used to look. So I really, really like it. I apply it in the morning during my skincare regimen, and also at night when I wash my face as well. But back to this mascara. This mascara retails for $20. I do feel like this mascara is worth the $20. Even if I wasn't getting it on sale. This mascara will probably replace my Charlotte Tilbury mascara, which is like $36 or something like that. So I was going to re-up on my Charlotte Tilbury mascara, but I'm glad I got this one because it's cheaper and also it works a little better. It does give you volume and length. It did not cake up on me. It did not dry down. And you know how your mascara dries and it starts to like crumble off your eyes and get all over your face. This has not done that, and I've had it on for 5+ hours. I had to work with it just a little just to separate my lashes, but that's more just how my lashes work with any mascara. But it did help them flare out. It curled them. It gave me volume and length, and I use it on my top and lower lashes. And my lower lashes are still hanging on, and it still looks like I have some lower lashes because I struggle with that. So I definitely love this mascara. Go get it. Go get it. So this is a thumbs up for me. Okay, we got some other products that we tried. I did apply the Fenty bronze, the Toasted Swirl Bronze in Pecan Swilla, this one. And I hauled this in another Ulta haul a few months back, and I'm just now getting to use it. I use it in my brow bone, and it is beautiful. Worked perfect with this look. So it is very sensitive though, because when I purchased it, it wasn't broken. And I've only had it, look, and it's already like broke on me, and I haven't took it out the house or out of my beauty room or nothing. So be very delicate with it, but I love it. I'm going to get a little bit more looks with that, but I love it. It was something else that I tried that I used today. Or did I use everything? Let's make sure. So I talked about my blush. I did for contour, I didn't buy any new bronzers this sale because I already have too many and I'm still trying out bronzers. I used the Rare Beauty bronze stick in Always Sunny, and I hauled this last Sephora sale back in like April, May. And I don't like the undertones in this, but I worked with it. So I sculpted my face with it. And then I went in and blended it out with my Gucci bronzer in the shade 03 in the Gucci bronzer. And that worked great. But this has a little bit more redder undertone with the bronzer than I like. And this is how much product you get. I like more of a neutral brown undertone in my blushes, not red. But I'm going to work with it because it's definitely too late for me to return it. And I do like the formulation. It is very creamy and very comparable to the LYS Beauty Bronzing Stick. So if you are looking for an inexpensive option, I want to say the LYS is cheaper. Don't know, can't remember 100%, but these are both great, but I like the undertones in LYS better than this particular shade in the Rare Beauty Bronzing Stick. So that's what I use to bronze my face. We talked about blush, we talked about highlight, we did mascara, we did eyeshadow, we did foundation, we did setting powder. I think we're done. So that is this review of what I've hauled so far from the Sephora sale and my first impressions opinions. You will be having another video like this very soon. I'm going to try the Givenchy foundation next. And do I have any other setting powders? No, actually, I think I'm going to try the Petra Top since this one has a setting powder with it too. We're going to go ahead and get this one out the way. So we're going to try this next and do some other reviews this week so I can get you guys some first impressions. So thank you all again for watching this video. I greatly appreciate the support. Please thumbs up and subscribe. And I'll see all you beauties in the next Resilient Beauty video.